Hi everyone, it's Jen from livingfreelyglutenfree.com. I know that in a lot of my recipes I talk about all my pressure cooked beans. It's a great way to save money and to know what is in your food. And basically what I do is when I'm going to need beans for something, like tonight I'm making chili. It's one of our favorites. If you haven't made it yet, please check out the post, try it out and tell me what you think. And I need some black beans. I already have my kidney beans good to go because what I do is I pressure cook my beans in bulk. And then I use what I need for my recipe that night and I take the rest and I freeze them. So I freeze about 2 cups of beans, which is about a can of beans if you were to buy them at the store. And I freeze them in the 2-cup portions. And when I'm going to make things like chilies or soups, I just pull it out of the freezer in the morning and I let it thaw out. The beautiful thing about the Instant Pot, if you're going to make the chili or the soup in your Instant Pot, is your things don't even have to be fully thawed to cook it in here. You just add a couple of minutes on the cook time and you don't even have to worry about it. And that is why I use my Instant Pot for everything. So I'll show you my already frozen kidney beans that I have just to kind of get an idea. They're still in the process of thawing, but in here I have about 2 cups of kidney beans. And then with that I'm going to be adding my 2 cups of black beans in order to make my chili recipe. So right now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cook my black beans, and then whatever I have left over once they've completely cooled, I'm going to portion them into 2-cup portions in Ziploc baggies, and I'm going to freeze them. And it is so incredibly easy to make these beans. If you are not making your own beans yet, you've got to do it. You're going to save a ton of money. All I have is I have 3 cups of black beans in this Instant Pot with 10 cups of water. And it's going to make a lot of beans. And then I'm going to add about a teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt in here just to add with the cooking. I don't typically season my chili beans, but if I'm going to be making beans that I'm going to use for a Mexican dish, I'll add some cumin in there and some garlic powder or granulated garlic, salt and pepper, and I like to put like a slice of bacon in there too, just to kind of really give it a lot of flavor. If we're just going to be eating them plain on the side, like with a rice, with tacos and things like that, then I like to add a little bit more flavor to give it just more flavor on its own. But this is just going in chili. So we have 3 cups of black beans, we have 10 cups of water, and a teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt. So you don't have to let your beans soak. All I did was rinse them. That's the beauty of the Instant Pot. You do not have to deal with soaking your beans. So I'm going to just put it in here. I'm going to put my lid on. I'm going to make sure that it's sealed. And I am going to manually put this on 38 minutes. And what I like to do is I kind of just, when it's done, I still like to let it sit a little bit because when you vent it quickly, you have a lot of steam flying up all over the place. So I just like to let it kind of sit for about 20 minutes by itself and let it kind of like gradually vent on its own, and then I'll put it on the venting after that and let it get the rest of that steam out, which it does pretty quickly at that point. And then you have beans. So it takes about 20 minutes to get to pressure, but then you have a 38-minute cooking time. So now you're at about an hour, and then if you let it sit for another 15-20 minutes afterwards to allow it to kind of naturally vent itself out a little bit, you're at like an hour and 20 minutes and you have beans. If you've ever made beans before, you know how much work is involved when you have to soak them overnight and then you got to slow cook them all day long. And now with my Instant Pot, in an hour and 20 minutes, I have beautiful, delicious beans, and I can freeze my extras, pull them out, thaw them out, and I have dinner, and I don't have to buy canned beans. If you go and you buy a can of beans, you know it's at least $1 a can, at least. And then they've been sitting in the inside of the can with all of the extra additives that they have to put in it to keep them from going bad. And they talk about, you know, the lining inside of the cans that isn't great for you. So why not just do this? Save money, feed your family great food that you know what's in it, and stay on budget. And that's what my website is about. I'm here to show you what I'm doing so that you guys can save money and feed your family affordably healthily, and everyone's happy. You know, that's what it's really all about. So I hope that this tip helps you out. I will do another video once the beans are done later in the day and they've cooled, and I'm going to show you how I'm just going to bag them up and stick them in the freezer. It's so easy. So I hope this helps you. Let me know when you try it. Share your pictures with me. I'd really love to see it. So have a great day. Thanks, everyone.